Here's some excerpt of the Stott Pilates mat work. This usually we do it in class. And of course, if it's in class as a group, that means you can also practice by yourself at home because you don't need much equipment. So you can see I'm lying here. I call this home base. We talk about your legs, your thighs number 11 and parallel to each other, arm side, neutral spine. We're going to start using the lower arrow. So you can see my pelvic tilt. And I go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the cue for the rectus abdominis. I start with the upper arrow, articulate your vertebrae down. On the exhale, lower arrow, lift the pelvis and articulate each vertebrae up. Don't go to wheel. You just will call it shoulder bridge by rolling the pelvis. One more. Here we go. This movement we call a single leg stretch. So I flex up. So my upper arrow flex my torso. My leg is challenged the lower arrow. Now we're adding the oblique. So right side oblique, and left side oblique. Only shoulder to the knee, never elbow. Okay? This one is called slow double leg stretch. That's the preparation. You come up. It's a beautiful phrase designed by Pilates. So I'm always very impressed. It's a beautiful phrase designed by a man. And dorsal flexion, circle the arm, plantar flexion back to parallel position. Open your knee, that's called laterally rotate. You can do several times. We're going to slowly roll yourself up and use the low arrow again. Half roll back again, so you roll as far as your neck feels so free. Only the abdominal muscle. I'm doing a little bit figure 8 and pull your tummy in to go forward. We call it C curve and right to neutral spine. We control the lower arrow to the upper arrow, add a little bit freedom to it, challenge the tummy, and challenging, keep going forward into a C curve and right back to neutral spine. So there's a lot of spine movement, very safely. And that half roll back is a preparation for the roll up we're going to do right now. Nod your head, contract upper arrow, reach out the heel to recruit the lower arrow. See the C curve? We just learned, you use it now. Slowly roll back 5, 4, reach out the heel and slowly articulate spine down. And arm right next to your cheek. Don't touch the floor. One more time. You can see I reach out the heel to help my tummy to going forward so when there's never a pop. And slowly, always sequentially, use your abdominal muscle to create a nice strong back. We're going to transition into the next move. So fine. And we're strengthening the glutes. Okay. Here we go. So we have a shoulder bridge. Develop the leg up. You use the leg as the leverage, which is the weight to challenge the lower arrow. Also the stabilization of your pelvis. So there's no rotation whatsoever. So there you have a mobilization, stabilization again. Mobilization is in the hip socket and the ankle toes. Stabilization, you can see, is the trunk. Soften the rib cage. You will roll down to return to the beginning. And you're going to roll over by extend the arm, leg. Here's some extension work. You can see my leg nice and straight. I'm going to do a swimming. So we'll call it breaststroke. Like the swimming, the breaststroke. Only the thoracic spine. When I press back, my navel is toward the spine. I will fire up the glutes and knees off the floor. Strengthen the thoracic spine. Don't hurt your lower back. And another easy transition to return to switch exercise. So there's always a connection. This movement is called a saw. Medial rotate the right arm up. So the movement gets more complicated. You have flexion and rotation now and articulation of the spine. Inhale, exhale. So rotation with the flexion. Again, you have a flexion with the rotation. Arm also rotate. Hold on to the back of your hamstring. extend the leg. This is very difficult. And you got a strong leg because that strong leg supported by the strong core. And balance. Roll back. So your legs to a V. You can bend the knee to do this also. So this is more advanced exercise. I'm just demonstrate, show you how there's at least 3 levels take you to, here's the 3rd level. Okay, from the simple going to, so there's lots of room to grow. You never ends learning. Now I'm going to release the hip flexor. Make sure I didn't fire them up. Here's some sideline exercise. Very important. You slightly flex the hips so your both legs slightly forward. And this is the advanced one. You're going to lift that rib cage off the floor, both legs, especially you see that lower legs hovering off. That's all calm the core. You flex the leg and extend, and you stay balanced. Keep the spine neutral as much as you can. Lower leg still hover. So nice challenge the core and AB adduction of the leg. Here's the total sideline from the toe to finger. Try to line up. So I'm using my obliques on the left side. So I'm using oblique, lift the torso and both legs up. And on the exhale, you're going up. Do not use your neck. Use the oblique, where the rib cage is. Now we're going to actually challenge the oblique, moving the leg up and down. So you're adding the abduction of the leg. This is called a developé. So you can see the working legs in laterally rotate from the hip socket. So we're going to reverse that movement. If you laterally rotate the hip socket, there's more range motion compared to parallel position. So this is called a runner joint in the air. So you come forward, a nice rotation in the hip socket. So what you do is stabilize the body first. Happen the rotation only happen in the hip socket. You use those muscle that's already there, which we don't use all day, and wake them up. So now if you use every muscle you have in your body, they're much happy be part of you, right? Here we go. Transition into the next one. We'll call it side bending. So I call this look like an emperor. Now press both legs up, side bending again, obliques. We are stretching the left side obliques. If I use my lower arm push, so you can contract the lower oblique to open the top one. So make a nice arc, release your head. Here comes even more. You're going to rotate the torso and add a rotation with slight extension and come back side again and release down. And I will do one more time. You go come up first, contract, rotate, use externally rotate the rib cage. Rotate the rib cage to the side, then rotate back slightly, extend. You notice the scapula, the lower arm that supports scapula never moved. A lot of awareness. It's all super meditation. This one called a boomerang. So you can see I'm look like a boomerang, going over, come right up, still look like a boomerang, don't drop the leg. Now the leg lead, my body goes forward. This is a true hamstring stretch. Rotating the shoulder joint, articulate your spine. Ready, one more time, switch. Tummy, upper lower arrow still working. Upper body, follow the leg forward. Nice range of motion in the shoulder joint. Articulate. We usually finish our group Pilates with a beautiful stretch because everything, all the muscle is warm. And that's beautiful continuation stretching, no static. You rotate, of course you can stay longer, I'm just demonstrating. And knowing where it comes from. Again, you flex the hip, not the obliques now, right? I flex from my hip. And again, so there's no wishful thinking. You're going to fold the body over to the leg like a hardcover book and all the way back. So now you walk forward, straddle, keep reach out the heel. Again, you back straight. You don't have to go all the way down. That's just, this is the destiny. And you can go forward until on your elbow or hands, or even just reach your arm back to get a straight back first. And articulate right back. And now we're gonna finish. Close the knee, rock back. So this is a shoulder stretch. In Pilates we call shoulders down. In yoga is called child posture. In Chinese we call it squat. Then you see, slowly unroll back until you arrive nice and tall. Thank you.